Yan, isa na naman pong napakagandang umaga sa lahat ng ating mga tuties and online learners sa buong Pilipinas at sa buong mundo na nakapatuloy na nakasubaybay dito sa ating DepEd Itulay online tutorial platform. Isa na naman pong muling Business Friday. Napakabilis ng araw at matatapos na naman ang April. Next na natin ay May. Sa ilang araw na lang, no? Ngayon ay April 29 na po ata. Oo, April 29, no? Muli magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Tutor Mel mula sa SDO Palawan. Kasama ko po si Tutor Mean mula sa SDO Quezon City, pero hindi po natin siya makakasama ngayon dahil po siya ay masama ang pakiramdam. And let's pray for her na sana siya ay gumaling na at makasama natin siya next Business Friday dito lang sa subject na Applied Economics 11 to 11:30 every Friday. Okay, mga online learners and tuties, patuloy na kayo ay aming inaasahan na sumubaybay dito sa ating online tutorial platform sa subject na Applied Economics. And good morning sa inyong lahat. Huwag niyong kalimutang i-share ang ating live no sa inyong mga Facebook at sa inyong mga classmates and friends para sila din ay matuto dito sa free online tutorial platform ng DepEd Itulay. Okay, grabe no? Ayan, tayo ngayon ay nasa quarter 4, week 2 na merong topic na socio-economic factors affecting business and industry. Okay, good morning po sa inyong lahat. Ayan, sa patuloy na nakasubaybay dito sa ating DepEd Itulay. Good morning po sa inyo at kay Tutor Mehan, good morning, magpagaling ka po dyan sa inyo and see you next Business Friday. Okay, so muli gusto po namin pasalamat sa SDO Pasig for allowing us to use their module for our online Itulay tutorial platform for this Friday. Maraming salamat po SDO Pasig City. Ayan, of course, meron po tayong objective. So at the end of the lesson, the students are able to understand the socioeconomic factors, of course, and identify assumptions of the consumer behavior and appreciate the importance of behavior in business. And bakit nga ba mahalaga to and how this thing affect the business and industry. Bago tayo magpatuloy dyan, let's have the hand review of identify the types of business industries. Ano po ba ang iba't ibang uri na industry or business na meron tayo dito sa ating bansa at sa buong mundo? Let's start with number 1. Ayan, number 1 na tayo. No? Okay, so it is a company that provides professional support to its clients by giving technical support, personal, and social service. Ano kaya ang klase ng industry ito? A. Retail trade industry. B. Service industry. C. Manufacturing industry. Ano kaya sa tingin nyo mga tuties ang sagot dito sa ating unang katanungan? Okay? Kung ang inyong sagot ay letter B, service industry, kayo ay tama. Number 2, this facilitate the use of electronic device as a digital version of mall order catalog shopping. Ano kaya ito? A, service industry. B, e-commerce industry. C, retail trade industry. Ano kaya ang sagot natin dito sa ating pangalawang katanungan? Sige nga, comment your answer to our comment section, online learners. Ayan, ang sagot nila daw ay letter B. Kung ang sagot niyo ay letter B, kayo ay tama. This refer to the e-commerce industry. Number 3. It is the business activity associated with the sale of goods to the ultimate customers. A, retail industry. B, service industry. Or C, manufacturing industry. What do you think is the answer for number 2? Ayan. Kung ang inyo pong sagot sa number 3 ay retail industry, kayo po ay tama. Ang husay ng ating mga online learners and tuties. Ayan, sige nga, number 4. Okay. is any business that uses components, parts, or raw materials to make a finished product. Or converting raw materials to finished product. A, retail industry. B, service industry. Or letter C, manufacturing industry. Ano kaya ang sagot natin dito, mga online learners and tuties? Ayan, kung ang sagot ninyo po dito ay letter C, kayo ay tama. Manufacturing industry. How about number 5? And this is the last for our review. It is the exchange of goods and services between countries. International trade allows countries to expand their business in the global arena. A, retail trade industry. B, service industry. Or letter C, international trade. Okay, kung ang inyong sagot ay letter C, kayo ay tama. This refers to international trade. We are trading or exporting and importing goods from other countries. Okay? Ngayon naman, we identified the different types of industries, di ba? Ngayon naman, what are the things that affect or factors that affect the business in industry in our country? Alam niyo po ba yon kung ano-ano yon? Yun ay pag-aaralan natin. But first, let's discuss what is socio, no? And what is socio-economic. Socio refers to the study of behaviors of people, including the ways they interact with one another or their family structures. How you interact, how you communicate, this refer to socio. Why socio-economic refers to the interaction between the social and economic habits of a group of people, how the people purchase, what are the preferences, what are the likes and dislike of the customers, how they spend their money, what is the purchasing power of the people, right? Diba? That is socio-economic. In we can identify three socio-economic factors affecting business. We have number one, the consumer theory. Number two is the production theory, and number three, government agents policies. So these are the three socio-economic factors that affecting the business. Ano-ano ba itong mga ito? But we're going to focus today sa consumer theory. Ayan, ano nga ba ang consumer theory? Yan, consumer theory. Yan, consumer theory is the study of how people decide to spend their money based on their individual preferences. Sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, no, preferences nakadepende kung ano yung gusto nila, 'di ba? So yan, and budget constraints. Of course, kahit na gusto nila yung isang bagay, if the budget is not enough to buy a particular product, syempre maghahanap sila ng alternative, 'di ba? To satisfy their needs or wants. Ayan, mga online learners, i-share ninyo ang ating live sa inyong mga Facebook para ang inyong mga classmates at mga schoolmates ay matuto rin dito sa ating tutorial ngayong umaga. So, di ba? And budget. So, it is also show how individual make choices subject to how much available income they must spend and the price of the product. And nakadepende yung consumer theory sa income pa din nila or sa budget pa rin nila in purchasing a particular product. Okay? So another, consumer theory seeks to predict their purchasing pattern, 'di ba? By making following three basic assumptions about human behavior. No? First is the utility maximization. Ano ba yung utility maximization na yan? 'Di ba? Number two, yung nunciation, and number three, decreasing marginal utility. Ano nga ba itong mga to? No? Yan. Utility maximization, individuals are said to make calculated decision when shopping, purchasing products that bring them the greatest benefit known as maximum utility or maximum satisfaction. 'Di ba? Every time that we purchase a particular product, we want to be satisfied. Gusto nating masatisfied doon sa gusto nating nabili na produkto. Kaya natin siya binili kasi gusto natin siyang magamit, no? Ayan. So, utility is a term in economics that refers to total satisfaction received from consuming a good or service. So remember, when we say utility, it refers to satisfaction. Okay. Yan. Non-cessation naman. Ano naman ito? People are seldom satisfied with one trip to the shops and always wants to consume more. Ibig sabihin, we people are not being satisfied with the particular product na nakukuha natin. No? Ibig sabihin, naghahanap pa tayo ng mas marami pang produkto na pwede nating magamit sa ating personal. O hindi tayo nakakontento, sabi dito sa theory na to na assumption na non-cessation. And number 3 naman, decreasing marginal utility. Consumers lose satisfaction in a product the more they consume it. Ito naman sinasabi dito na satisfy na tayo every time that we consume na mas marami na nating nakukonsume. Ibig sabihin parang nagsasawa na tayo doon sa particular product na yon. Okay, yan. Good morning po sa inyong lahat ng napatuloy na nakasubaybay dito sa ating Itulay online tutorial platform. Ayan, napakahusay. Okay, so utility functions. Ano ba tong utility functions na sinasabi? Yan. Economic theories based on rational choice, 'di ba? Usually assume that consumer will strive to maximize their utility. Tayo mga consumers talaga nag-strive tayo na mas satisfy talaga tayo doon sa particular product or service na kinuha natin, 'di ba? So the economic utility of a good or service is important to understand. Mahalaga na maintindihan ng mga business owners, no? O kayong mga nag-a-aspire na maging entrepreneur na maintindihan ninyo itong sinasabing utility function, no? Ayan. So, because it is directly influences the demand and therefore price of that good or service. Ayan, no? Malaman natin tong utility na to function para kasi nakakaapekto sa demand. Siyempre, 'di ba, kapag mas maraming demand, no, in a particular product, ano nangyayari sa price? Tumataas yung price ng isang bagay o service na yun, lalo na sa goods. Kaya as an entrepreneur or business owner, you need to know this utility function, no? Ayan. So of goods or service. Ayan. So in practice, no, a consumer's utility is impossible to measure in quantity. Diba? Hindi natin talaga siya kayang isabihin na na-satisfied natin yung customer to a particular product na ating tinitinda. No, hindi natin mahirap yun siya. No, in order easily to understand the concept of utility, we shall assume that it is measurable in units, which is called util, or util means is 1 unit of satisfaction. Pwede natin siyang ma-convert o pwede nating ma-measure yung kanilang satisfaction if we are going to measure it in quantity. Assume lang natin na pwede natin siyang ilagay sa unit. Kaya nga, di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na util. For example, ang one cup ng drink na pag-inom ng isang milk tea sa isang araw ay meron siyang utility unit na 12. No, ganun siya. So every day kapag iinom ka, satisfy ka, yun yung basis natin, yung 12 na yon, ng quantity. No, yan mamaya i-show natin yung ating graph and table. Okay, so the utility function shows the relationship between utility and consumption, satisfaction and consumption. No, yan. In the equation form, it is U, which is utility, is equals to function multiply consumption. This simply state as utility is a function of consumption. Okay, remember, utility is a function of consumption. Also, the utility for the consumption of goods X and Y can be expressed as utility is equals to function multiply by X and Y. Okay? Yeah. So the importance measures of utility are total utility and marginal utility. Ayan, yung kanilang satisfaction. We can measure it. Ayan. So we have total utility, sabi nga natin, measures the combination utility derived from consuming an additional unit of goods. Total utility, ibig sabihin, gaano yung karami yung goods, the same good that you intake. Diba? For example, nakainom ka ng dalawang large na milk tea ngayong araw, 3, 5, 4. So that is what we call total utility. No? Ayan. Okay, next naman is marginal utility refers to the additional utility derived from consuming an additional unit of goods. For example, meron ka ng milk tea, then gusto mo pa ulit uminom ng shake, di ba? Fruit shake. Ayan. So, kung nasatisfy ka na doon sa milk tea, okay, for example, uminom ka ng isang milk tea at isang milkshake, fruit shake, ang utility mo nun, yung satisfaction mo pareho lang. Pero once na uminom ka na ng dalawang milk tea, ayan, syempre, hindi ka mo na kayang uminom siguro ng isa pang fruit shake. Ayan, makikita natin mamaya na kapag ka yung utility natin ay papasok dito si law of diminishing marginal utility. So, yeah. So the law of diminishing marginal utility states that as additional units of goods are consumed, the additional utility derived from each additional units tends to diminish. Ibig sabihin, bababa yung iyong satisfaction. Okay? Ayan. In other words, no, as a consumers, listen, okay, takes more units of a good, the extra utility or satisfaction that he derives from an extra unit of goods goes to fall. Babagsak na yung satisfaction mo doon. So sabi diyan, no, consumers takes more. No, wag ka marami na ang nainom mo, nakain mo na goods na yon, kapag ka meron pang additional na produkto or kaya naman ng item na kakainin mo na yon, yung satisfaction mo doon ay bumababa na. Hindi na katulad nung isa lang yung iyong na-take, 'di ba? Especially kapag kain yung pinag-uusapan natin, 'di ba? Kapag sobrang busog ka na, nawawalan ka na ng gana doon sa iba pang pagkain kasi nga busog ka na. Ito yung sinasabi dito sa law of marginal utility. Pag mayroong additional item or product na iyong binebenta sa iyong mga consumers. Okay? Ayan. So, law of diminishing marginal unit. So, we have here an example, the table 1, hypothetical utility schedule for milk tea. Ayan, cup of milk tea, consumption per day. Pansinin natin, no? We have this table. So, kapag ka nakainom ka daw ng isang milk tea, ang yung total utility is 12. Okay. No, ibig sabihin that is your satisfaction. You're being satisfied with 12 points o 12 units. Ang iyong marginal utility naman is 12 din, no? Kasi isa lang ang ininom mo. Pero kapag ka ikaw ay nakadalawang milk tea sa isang araw, 'di ba? The utility or the total utility diminished from 12 kung dapat ang isa daw unit ay 12. So if we're going to add that is 24. But the answer is 22. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na nasa-satisfy na katulad ng pag-inom mo ng isang large ng milk tea. At kapag ka naman meron pang fruit shake, additional na marginal utility, no, 12 na lang siya kasi nga busog ka na doon sa dalawang or you're being satisfied na with that. No? Eh paano naman kapag ka tatlo? Ayan, tatlo yung ininom mo, 'di ba? Ayan. What can you say? What item na? No, so our total utility is 30 na lang. And our marginal utility is 8. And goes on yan siya. Kaya nga sabi natin kanina, kapag ka mas marami yung iniinom natin, yung sample ng milk tea, yung satisfaction ay bumababa. Especially doon sa mga additional product na pwede pa nating makonsume, which is the marginal unit. Okay, utility. No, hanggang kapag ka naka 8 large ka na, grabe, no, ng milk tea, no, anong mangyayari sa satisfaction mo? Mas bumaba ba na siya? Kasi sobrang busog na busog ka na at minsan parang ayaw mo na siya. And for the additional consumption of our other products, sabi ko nga katulad ng fruit shake, 'di ba? -5 na siya, as in ayaw mo na. Why? Because you are being satisfied and that is enough. No, yung sinabi nga natin kanina, no, dito, no, in other words, ayan, no, in other words, as the consumers takes more units of a good, di ba, the extra utility or satisfaction that he derives from an extra unit of a good goes falling. This is the law of a diminishing marginal utility. Bumabagsak, nagfo-fall ang iyong kagustuhan sa isang particular product or item na gusto mo. Diba? So yan. Kaya dapat very important as a business owner, we know how this thing happens. Paano to natin para malaman natin yung particular demand ng ating mga consumers. At kung ano yung particular products that we are going to sell na hindi magkakalaban-laban. No? Ayan. So we have also, ayan. So sabi nga po natin dito, no, however, when the cups of teas consumed per day increase to 7, grabe. Kaya nung inom ng ganon karaming milk tea, no, the 10th, instead of giving positive marginal utility, no, the 7th cup gives negative marginal utility, which is equal to -2. Sabi natin kanina, too much cup of milk tea consumed per day, say more than 6 for an individual, can cause acidity and gas trouble. Yan. May mga, kaya nga sabi natin, di ba, pag sobra, masama rin sa katawan. So thus, the extra cups of milk tea beyond 6 cups to a person gives him this utility instead of positive satisfaction. Ano po yung sinasabi nating this utility? Ibig sabihin, sabi nga natin, utility means to satisfaction. Ibig sabihin, consumers will be dissatisfied. And this is the law of diminishing marginal unit. Mas dissatisfied yung ating mga consumers. Ayan. And we have here a graph. So it is based doon sa ating table kanina. So the figure represents the data taken from the table above. We have to put the utility on the y-axis, and the number of cups of milk tea consumed per day are on the x-axis, as the figure shows. The curve derives up to the 6 cups of milk tea. So yan, and beyond that, the curve declines. So pansin niyo po, nag-decline na siya. No, pataas siya nung una. Pataas siya up to the 6 cups. Pero pagdating ng 7 cups, bumagsak na siya. It referring that the more we intake a particular product, tayo ay nadidissatisfied na. Nagsasawa na rin tayo. Di ba? Pag paulit-ulit yung produkto, paulit-ulit yung bagay na ating kinakain, ay nagsasawa rin tayo. Ganon din sa mga consumer. Kapag paulit-ulit yung mga produkto o pagkain na kanilang kinakain, they are being dissatisfied or they are being utility. So pag sinabi nating utility, sila po ay dissatisfied na sa produkto na yon. Kaya mga business owners, you need to think more what would be the twist or what would be additional things that we can add to our product for our consumers not to be dissatisfied or utility. Ayan. Okay, and that's the end of our discussion for today. I hope you learned something about this consumer theory, consumer behavior, and utility, and marginal utility. So in the future, if you will become a businessman, entrepreneur, you can identify the satisfaction of your consumers. Sabi nga natin, assuming na ilalagay natin to per unit, no? Kasi mahirap talaga i-measure ang satisfaction nila. Ayan. So we have a post test. Ayan. So direction, read the statement carefully, write T if the statement is correct, otherwise write F or false. Okay, number 1. The law of diminishing marginal unit means, okay, the law of marginal diminishing unit, no, that the total unit increase but a decreasing rate. Okay, ano kaya ito, no? Tumataas daw yung utility, okay, pero nagdi-decrease yung rate. Ayan, ang sagot nila ay true. Ayan, very good online learners. Kung ang sagot ninyo dito ay true, kayo ay tama. Number 2, total utility is defined as the sum of the satisfaction that a person can receive from a consumer from the consumption of all units of a specific product. A sum, no? Total daw. Ibig sabihin sum, pinagsama-sama na satisfaction. Ano kayang sagot natin dito sa ating number 2? Ayan, sabi po ni Ma'am Mean, true daw. Kung ang yung sagot dito, online learners, ay true, kayo ay tama. Napakahusay. Number 3, consumers lose satisfaction in a product the more they consume it. Nawawalan daw ng satisfaction yung ating mga consumers kapag kasobra na yung kanilang pag-intake ng particular product na yon. Ano kayang sagot natin dito? Sige nga, comment your answer to our comment section. Yan, sabi nila, true daw. Very good. Online learners and tuties, ang sagot natin ay true. Sabi nga natin kanina daw, nawawalan na sila ng gana or nagsasawa na sila kung paulit-ulit yung produkto o kaya naman yung bagay na kanilang tinitake. Okay, number 4, people are seldom satisfied, listen with a one trip to shops always wants to consume more. Ayan, nawawalan daw, yung mga tao daw ay they are not being satisfied kapag isa lang, kaya gusto nila mas marami pa silang ma-shopping. Di ba, na-notice nyo ba yan sa inyo kapag ka nasa mall kayo, hindi kayo nasa-satisfied sa isa lang na shop, na isa lang na stall, kayo ay pumupunta pa sa iba. Yan, sabi po ni Jake Makaso, true daw. Kung anong sagot dito ay true, kayo ay tama. Very good, Jake. Congrats. Ayan, number 5, this is the last. Then, may sagot na tayo sa number 5, no? Utility function shows how, no, individual make choices, 'di ba? Subject to how much income they have available to spend in the price of goods or service. Ang sagot natin dito ay false. So, sabi ni Jake, true daw sa number 4, number 5, false. Ayan, good morning po kay Maylene Lorzano. Ayan, from Tandaay High School, SDO Camarines Sur. Ayan, patuloy po, no, active to sila Maylene, sila Arthur ay active. Last Business Friday ay kasama ko rin kayo at asa namin kayo sa Business Friday muli kasama si Tutor Mayan. At muli, maraming salamat online learners and tuties sa patuloy niyong pagsubaybay dito sa ating DepEd Itulay online tutorial platform.